during that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Phillips in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Quez Watkins, the intended target. 3rd down here. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions. What was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Up and good for Santoso. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Play action. It's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's got this down to the 35. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward. Jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Jackson will throw again. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is up to 18 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 26. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. after the interception. Here's Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And this one is incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeJuan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll roll him out right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Quez Watkins, 43 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And some room to work. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his left. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Jackson now. Being chased out left. Sideline throw, it's tipped, but he's still got it. And he is out of bounds here.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So after Rodgers again now. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They go play action with Jackson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Lamar Jackson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that will make this a 19-point game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they... And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. Second and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That's Isabella open on the right side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now it's Jackson. On the move to his left. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Folk connects on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out. This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jaguars, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.